So, when was the last time you checked in with yourself? Nope, I'm not talking about your to do list, your schedule, your calendar. I'm talking about your feelings. We take care of our homes, we take care of our families, we take care of our careers. But what about our inner world? Your emotional well being is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And the more you nurture it, the stronger, the more centered, the more fulfilled you will feel every single day, every single minute of your life. So, in today's episode, we are talking about what emotional well being truly means, why it's so essential for women like us, and how can we cultivate it with grace, awareness, and love. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today we are talking about a topic that touches every single area of your life: your relationships, your health, your energy, your dreams. We are talking about your emotional well being. We hear so much about physical wellness. Everybody is talking about physical wellness and how you need to be fit all the time, you need to stay fit, but emotional wellness is just as important. Maybe even more than physical wellness, actually. Because when you take care of your inner world, your outer world begins to reflect that peace, that balance, that power. So let's explore what emotional well being truly is, why so many women struggle with it, and the six powerful practices that you can adopt every single day of your life so that you can nurture emotional wellness. You don't have to suffer silently anymore. You don't have to struggle silently anymore. So let's first discuss what is emotional well being. Well, emotional well being is the ability to understand, is the ability to process, and is the ability to manage your emotions in a very healthy manner, which means that you are able to sit with your feelings without being controlled by them. So you respond to life's challenges instead of reacting impulsively. You actually treat yourself with compassion instead of criticism. You bounce back from setbacks instead of staying stuck in them. So, just to put it clearly, emotional well being does not mean that you have to be happy at all times. It's not possible. We all have our ups and downs. None of us can remain permanently in the same mood, in a very happy mood. But emotional well being means that you're being honest with yourself emotionally. You're acknowledging all your emotions, which includes all the hard ones as well, and you're learning how to move through them with love and with wisdom. Why emotional well being matters for women? Well, as women, we carry emotional weight, for others, for our family, for our friends, for our children, for our colleagues. We are expected to be strong all the time. Everybody is expecting us to be strong. We are expected to be nurturing. We are expected to be emotionally available for others also, isn't it? But how often are we available for ourselves is the question. Now, unaddressed emotions can show up as anxiety, overwhelm, feeling exhausted, feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted, physical illness, and just that feeling of disconnect. All these are examples of unaddressed emotions within us. Now, your emotional well-being is the root of your confidence, is the root of your creativity, and is the root of your clarity. So when you tend to it, everything else falls into place. Everything else in life starts to flow better. It begins to get better. So let's now explore six powerful steps that you can take to take care of your emotional well-being. These are the six practices to nurture your emotional well being. Number one, feel that feeling, okay? Don't fight it. So many of us are taught to suppress our emotions, and especially the negative ones. But Emotions are emotions, yeah, they are messengers. Emotions are not bad, they are just trying to tell us something. So when you avoid your emotions, they don't disappear. You're just shoving something under the carpet. They build up. They stay there and they start building up, and eventually one day they come out, in the most unhealthy manner. They come out as anger, resentment, burnout. So the next time you feel, something uncomfortable within you, maybe a feeling of guilt, a feeling of sadness, a feeling of anger, don't just shove it inside the carpet. Don't numb it. Sit with it. Breathe. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Your feelings want to be acknowledged. We all want to be acknowledged, isn't it? Similarly, your feelings also want to be acknowledged. They don't want to be just, they don't want to be just put somewhere. They don't want to be fixed. They want to be acknowledged. Number two, name it to tame it. As I say, neuroscience shows that simply naming your emotions can actually reduce the intensity of the emotion. I don't know how many of you are actually aware of this fact. So when you say, I feel overwhelmed, instead of lying and saying, oh, I'm fine. No, no, it's nothing, I'm fine. You are actually processing the emotion with more awareness and with less shame. You're acknowledging it and you're saying, I'm feeling overwhelmed. So, if you can, then use a mood tracker for yourself. And, mood tracker means maybe you can journal your mood daily. Okay? Every time you're feeling, a particular emotion, especially the negative ones, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling, um, if you're feeling very demotivated, if you're feeling really, really negative, write it down. Say, right now I'm feeling this, and that's okay. This builds emotional literacy. Number three, create emotional boundaries for yourself. So, emotional well being requires a lot of protection. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and that's something I've been saying, I don't know in how many episodes of mine, but it's a fact. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you're not responsible for fixing everybody else's mood. That's the biggest problem with us, with women. We are always trying to keep everybody happy. We take it upon ourselves to fix somebody else's mood. If we see maybe, our spouse not in a good mood, our child not in a good mood, our friend not in a good mood, our in-laws not in a good mood, we kind of take it on ourselves that, okay, now, agenda, I have to make this person fine and happy. You cannot take responsibility of everybody's mood all the time. Learn to say no. Limit your exposure to people or situations that are draining you out. Everybody goes through their set of emotions. So even if somebody close to you is going through, their particular emotion, and if you feel, it's something which is affecting you to the extent of draining you out, just just stay put. Take a deep breath. Don't go deeper into it. Learn to say no. Don't get drained out. Boundaries are not walls. It is not wrong to have boundaries. It is not selfish to have boundaries. It is not incorrect to have boundaries. Boundaries are bridges that actually protect your peace. And remember, your peace comes first. You come first. Your happiness comes first. Number four, practice self compassion. Don't practice perfectionism. There is nothing called being perfect. I know you've heard me say this, I don't know, millions of times maybe. And I will keep saying this, there's nothing called being perfect. So don't even try. Don't even try practicing perfectionism, because that thing does not exist. Instead, practice self compassion. Many women Many women attach their worth to performance, but true well being comes from how you are treating yourself when things are not fine, when things are falling apart. At that time, how you treat yourself, shows your emotional strength, shows your emotional well being. Ask yourself, would you speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself? Would you speak to your daughter the way you speak to yourself? Would you speak to your son the way you speak to yourself? Would you speak to anybody you love, in a manner that you are speaking to yourself? If you're being overly self-critical, keep asking yourself this. And each time you make a mistake, each time you feel low, each time you feel like you've lost something or you failed at something, just place your hand on your heart and say, okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm doing the best I can. I am still worthy. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do 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 it. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. This rewires your brain from criticism to care. Number 5, move your emotions through your body. Emotions are not just in your head. They are not just in your mind. They are stored in your body, your entire body, your body language, your movement, your energy, everything can reflect the emotion you're going through. Movement helps release any stuck energy. So stretch, do your stretches, or walk, or dance, or shake your hands, or just simply do your deep breathing exercises. Even 5 minutes, and I mean it, only 5 minutes of intentional movement can actually shift your emotional state. You can actually start feeling better. You can actually start feeling more positive. And number 6, create a joy ritual for yourself. Oh, celebration, celebration, celebration. One feels so good, isn't it? When we are celebrating something, all the dopamine that is released. Just start and end your day with something that brings you joy. It can be a very small thing. But do it. Make this a daily habit of yours. Whatever brings you joy, start your day with it and end your day with something. Just see. You don't have to go through 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of any ritual. It can be a 1-minute thing. Anything that just makes you smile, that you just feel good within. You may just look at your children's childhood pictures and that may bring you joy. It may bring a smile on your face. So look at their picture. Whatever it is, the smallest of things, whatever it is that is bringing you joy, do that. First thing and the last thing. So, you can listen to music. It may bring you joy. You can drink your tea or coffee more mindfully. That may bring you joy. You can do your gratitude journaling also. And that's my personal favorite. And that, of course, is going to bring you a lot of joy. So, I'll also tell you your emotional check-in questions. Okay, these are 3 questions you can reflect upon regularly. First, what am I feeling right now? Second, what do I need emotionally today? We all, just as we crave different things, when we are eating, if you're very fond of food, we have our different cravings, even our emotions. We feel different needs, when it comes to our emotions. So ask yourself, what do I need emotionally today? And the third question, how can I give myself a little more love and a little more care at this very moment? And that is so, so, so important and so, so, so beautiful. So, my beautiful listeners, emotional well-being is not a destination. It is a journey. You are going to go through it. You have to live it. Okay? It's a daily commitment to showing up for yourself. And it's a daily commitment to showing up for yourself gently, with compassion, with kindness, with love, consistently, with deep self respect. You are allowed to, feel it all. Whatever emotions, feel them all. You're allowed to take up all the emotional space. And you're worthy of a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. You don't have to pretend anymore. So if this episode resonated with you, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, asking you to stay fearless, stay fulfilled, stay happy, and always remember you are worth it. You are your first priority, your topmost priority, and you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. See you in the next podcast. Bye bye.